Um, so right now, let's just get started. Twitter is live. We are live. All right, guys. So we are here. Thank you for joining us, the Art and Morbid channel. I know typically I do like paranormal stuff, but every once in a while I bring in some guests, and today's guest is a very good friend of mine, Mr. Rick Hernandez, drummer of Withering Soul, and he is also a drummer in the band previously. He was in Blood of the Wolf. Awesome to have him here. This is great. I'm excited, and we're gonna see your comments as you're coming along. But just give us a chance to get to those. If you got any questions, we're gonna leave them like towards the end, maybe like 30 minutes in. Then we'll start answering your questions. But yeah, let's go ahead and introduce everyone to Rick. Rick, you have the floor. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers who don't know anything about you.
Hi, how are you? Rick Hernandez here, drumming for Withering Soul, Heroith, and just recently started a project a little bit past the pandemic called Imminent Terror. It's old school 80s thrash. Just the basics, anywhere from like the big four, Testament, Exodus, as well. Yeah, just started doing that about a year ago, 2 years ago with no members yet, with a buddy of mine from Armored Assault, Andy Pendelski, also known as Pindy, who supplied the vocals for me.
Nice. That's
So
awesome. That's awesome. And what inspired you to start that project? Was it just something that you always had in mind, or is it something that you just decided on a whim, like during the pandemic, that like, hey, I need to keep busy, and I need to start writing, or was this like something you always had brewing in the background?
it was a little bit of that, and I've always wanted to do something of my own because for the last like 20-25 years, like I've been at the mercy of, just collaborating with, different bands, which, I enjoy, writing together, or, like in that case, with like Blood of the Wolf, like Withering Soul. I mean, everything was basically like written out, and
Right, right.
also, I mean, great times, and great, playing with you guys back then too, but I just wanted to do something for myself, like I wanted to kind of like, show people like, hey, it's not self-indulgence, but I mean, I just wanted to, kind of say, hey, I can play multiple instruments. I can do this, and I love, thrash metal. I grew up on it,
Right.
and I mean, I could have done like a death metal project or a black metal project, but I mean, it's, over the years, I've done it, and I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
And yeah, during the pandemic, I just basically just started playing the drums, just started like practicing like simple beats, just kind of like, go back to basics.
Yeah.
And then like around that time I was on a thrash kick. I was listening to a lot of like old Sepultura, like old fucking Beneath the Remains, just a lot of like old like Metallica, Anthrax, Exodus and all that. And I just started I just started, playing all these thrash riffs, just practicing at home. And then like all of a sudden I just got this, firecracker lit under my ass, and it just started writing a couple of songs here and there. And
Yeah.
I had lyrics from a long time ago, like they were written a long time ago. And so I, dusted off the old notebook and just, started rewriting shit, and just, I mean, there are a lot of, angry fucking lyrics, and it kind of
Sure.
fit.
Well, yeah, because the name itself is very like strong, and like, yeah, definitely wouldn't want to be singing about flowers and pastures. You want to be like total like matching the title. So
Well,
that's
yeah.
cool, man. I like, and then you came up with the logo too, and you did that already.
Yeah, a friend of Pindy's, who did Armored Assault's logo, and like he only sent us. It was just one. It was just like one like test run or whatever. And dude, it looked. I mean, we were like, dude, that looks cool. That looks. I mean, that looks great. Let's keep it. And I mean, I wasn't too picky, and I didn't want to like go back and forth either. But I mean, like the guy did a great job, and we were satisfied with what he gave us and we kept it. Later on, he made an album cover, which I'm gonna, if I can get off my ass, I'm gonna start revamping all the CD Baby and whatchamacallit, the drawing a blank here. CD Baby, and then there's Bandcamp. So right now it's just the logo on the on just like on the social media platforms and all that. So we're gonna later on we're gonna add some of that on, and then we're going to I'm gonna print out CDs as well, because I know a lot of people have been asking about CDs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get a hold of CD Baby, and I'm gonna make a couple, like within a couple of weeks, maybe like a couple of hundred, just to like pass out.
Yeah, man. That's totally cool, man. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to talk about like your most recent out of state gig, right? That was with Withering Soul. Am I correct?
Yeah, that was it was with us. It was like a one-off like show. I mean, it was like a festival. It was basically it was called the Legions of the Order, and it was put together by Jen, who owns a mead company out there.
Oh, wow.
And it was basically like a brewery, but instead of beer, it was mead, and it was really fucking good mead. She made some really good stuff, and like,
man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, she was super cool, very generous. Like the people there. I mean, we weren't really expecting. I mean, we weren't really expecting a lot of people to like to get into us, but the guy Ivan, who got a hold of us, about like I think a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago or so, and I want to say he contacted me when I was still drumming for Blood of the Wolf, because he asked Blood of the Wolf, and then I taught him, and he got a hold of me, and he's just like, hey, what you guys want to play? I'm like, yeah, I'm not in Blood of the Wolf anymore, but maybe Withering Soul could play. And then he asked us to play, and he asked like a lot of other bands out here too, and I mean they declined, and I mean we're a little skeptical about it at first, because it's like destination shows. I mean we're it's a little risky, but I mean it was like one of the best like things we ever did. I mean it was like a destination gig. It was the fucking coolest thing, just going out there and like playing in front of people that we never really have played before, but they loved us. They liked us and bought some merch, and became good friends with some of those people, and really nice. I mean, really nice people, very generous, very they're very thankful that we came out, and we're happy to have us. And I'm like, well, it was successful. I mean, it was cool.
That's awesome,
it was cool. I mean, I've never been to Seattle. It's a cool state. And
so right now I'm seeing a picture of you're by the bridge, and there's a bird. And you're like, is this like before the gig or after the gig?
That was after. That was Mount Rainier, and just like a little outside Tacoma. And it was kind of a trek to get there. Right here, dude. I mean, like, pretty much down like away from the mountain. Like it was like 60 degrees. It was 60 to 70 degrees.
Yeah, because you're wearing your jacket. You got your jacket on, your hoodie on.
Oh, it was crazy, dude. It was fucking, dude. It was snowing up there. We were going out. Like we were not even like halfway up to the summit.
Yeah,
I think because it's like 14,000 feet. So we were like halfway, like going up, and we started seeing snow. I'm like, wow, this is kind of weird, And then we just kept going and going, and we reached to a certain point of the mountain, and we hit the lodge. It was fucking 35 degrees, and it was snowing. Wow. And people were going up there in their skis and their, snowboards and all that, and it was just very surreal. So, but yeah, that was one of our sightseeing moments going to Tacoma.
That's awesome, bro.
So yeah, I mean, not only that we got to play a pretty kick-ass fest, but we got to sightsee a little bit, and then like the next day when we were leaving, it was like 70 degrees, and we were by the seaside, and it was like super nice. And of course, I mean, but the fucking day that we left, it was like 70. It was nice. So we went by the, because I mean, like by the I mean, it's not really a shore. It's not like vast oceans. It's like pretty much like I don't know what you call it, like the channels or like the keys or the bays.
Yeah.
You know, because like that part of Washington, if you look at it on a map, it's all like sporadic and it's got like little islands and other, you know,
So here's
landscapes.
the waterfall. Yeah, we can see this. This must be on the other side. That's like a giant waterfall, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a nice little waterfall that I got a capture of. There's some video of it too,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's beautiful up there. But I was kind of, I mean, I was kind of disappointed because I wanted to get like, you know, like a typical like sunny mountain view from like the
Oh,
top, you
right.
know. But it was all foggy. It was
Oh yeah,
all, you
so
know,
that's
snowing.
this one with the waterfall. I can see the fog, but this one here, I don't know if it's from the same area or.
No, that was the next day.
Yeah, oh,
It was 70 degrees and it was,
yeah,
I
because you
mean, it
got
was
your
beautiful
jacket on.
out. Yeah, I don't have a coat on because I mean, yeah, it was too nice. So from that going back to the waterfall picture, it was like a 30. It was like 35 going to 35 degrees, going all the way up to like 70 the next day. So it was, but we're up in the mountains, and that's, I don't know, that's usually how it goes, like up there. And I mean, I've heard stories about people, you know, like in California, like, you know, people are going to the beach, and then like the next day they're going up into the fucking mountains and, you know, skiing. And so
Wow. Just want to quickly say hi to Barbie Bobby. She's one of my viewers on the channel. She's saying hello.
hello, Barbie.
Yeah, she's one of the first to chime in on the comments. That's awesome.
Right on.
So let's go back to a few. So that's I did this. Here's a one of the pictures from the performance. So this is inside the meet. Is there a stage, or are you guys on the ground?
That's there is a stage inside the facility. There were supposed to be two stages, but there was one outside, and there was one and that was the main stage, and then there was one outside. But I think due to weather, or I think something happened with the other like stage production. I don't know. I like they didn't have the like the PA amplification system for it. I don't know, something to do with that. But I'm actually glad because we were supposed to play outside, but we played inside as well, which I would have rather had played inside because I mean, with, you know, just like with concrete walls, it has that like natural reverb to it, and
Yeah.
it basically, I mean, it gave it that atmospheric sound to it,
Yeah.
and you know, it just sounded like, you know, like our previous album, and it had that, you know, just had that atmospheric, you know, times. And because I saw the videos for it,
Yeah. I
and
saw some of that too.
yeah,
It's really fucking awesome.
yeah, I mean, it was cool. We do have one of the girls posted a video from the fest, and it turned out really good. And it sucked because I had a you know, because I brought that Zoom recorder, and I didn't do a battery check, which, you know, major no. You know, that was my fault. So I wanted to get some footage, but didn't get anything. But I mean, luckily we had some people getting footages for us.
Well, it happens, bro. I mean, especially when you're traveling that far, because it's a far, travel. I mean, you guys all you guys flew there, right? Because
We flew.
yeah.
Yeah.
How long of a flight is it? Is it?
It was with Alaskan Airlines. It was weird because with Alaskan Airlines, it was like 4 hours, and we took United back. I think it was United, and
Okay.
it was like 3 hours.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Even flying, it takes a long time.
it is. Yeah, I mean, because it's all the way out west, and people were like, "You're not driving, are you?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I'm not."
Yeah,
Dude,
because
that's a long. I mean, just a yeah.
like half a
I
day.
mean, that's like a 2 week. Huh?
That would be like half a day, maybe longer.
No, dude, it's like from here to the west coast, it's about like close to 3 days,
Oh my
depending
god.
on. Yeah, dude, it's fucking long, dude. That's a
Holy
long haul.
yeah.
So I
Damn.
mean, but you know, I would have rather had flown. I mean, big time. Like, I mean, that would have been a long, boring ass drive just to do.
One
Uh,
show, yeah.
yeah, just like one, you know, like one festival, and you know, it would have been cool, like if we would have had like a tour set up, but you know, we don't really, you know, have any connects out there. I mean, we have a couple of people out in like Washington that actually dig us, you know. So I mean, that was, but yeah, we flew out there. It's a lot easier to travel instead of spending 3 days in a van, you know.
Dude, and what's that thing behind you guys? There was like a circular like skeleton. Is that an actual part of the stage setup, or what is that? It's some kind of art thing. This looks
That, from what I remember, I think that was just part of the art, the artwork in the background. And I think a lot of people, I think some people had their fly, or not flyers, they had their backdrops as well. So
okay.
yeah. I mean, it was just like part of like the decoration. So
Cool. Real quickly, I want to say to Anunnaki the One, hello and greetings. It's been a long time. Queen Lora TV, Mr. Hyde, this old stoner. Now, these are all people, these are my viewers. So,
nice.
guys, if you're just joining me right now, it's an exclusive interview with Mr. Rick Hernandez of the band Withering Soul. And we're just catching up on a lot of things he's been doing with his bands and his projects. So, if you're just tuning in, this is Rick, and we're talking to him right now. So this is awesome.
Hello.
And yeah, man, these are all cool people. Everybody here like knows me like doing paranormal stuff. So every once in a
Awesome.
while, I do bring people on. So here's something cool that happened. This is Zero Tolerance magazine. I guess had you guys on their magazine. It's a review. Did you know that?
Absolutely. The first one was about a month ago. They had like a compilation of what you call it. They have a compilation, like a CD compilation with us with a bunch of bands,
Oh, that's awesome.
and yeah, and I want to say this might be the first issue, but the one that Chris is holding.
Yes.
Yeah, so they just basically like had our album up there and like just say where we're from and all that. But the one coming up, I think either this month or August. I'm not 100% sure, but they're gonna have a full on interview with
Oh,
Chris.
wow. Nice.
So yeah, so that's one of the good things for us this year. One of the big things for us. But yeah, I mean it's gonna be awesome to be a part of Zero Tolerance. I mean they're a great magazine.
Dude, that is fantastic. That I think that is great. Because you guys been around for how long has Withering Soul been around?
Withering Soul has been around for about 20 years.
So,
long,
man,
long
so
time.
I think like all that work, and then you guys are, actually like, getting featured and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, especially been out that long. It's good to see you guys. I've been following you guys along. I mean, even before you jam with the project, we were jamming Blood of the Wolf.
Yeah.
There were many other projects that you were. You want to name some of the ones that you were in? Like, what were some of the other ones that you were a part of in the
So
past?
like from years ago, or
Yeah, from years ago. Yeah.
well, Dead for Days was basically like the longest running one that basically the one that me and Zach Smolenski found, and that was we started like 2001 and we ended 2010 I think. And then we went on to Rain Inferno, which was very short lived.
Is this a picture
And
of Rain Inferno? I grabbed one
no,
from you.
this is God Dementia. This is
Oh, okay. So there's another one right there. Got dementia.
yeah, this was this was basically like right after Rain Inferno ended. Zach and I we're talking again. We're hanging out, and we were what's like Chris De La Rosa used to jam with us in Rain Inferno, and he moved to Florida, and we kind of wanted to keep it going because we had two shows coming up. I think one at Cobra Lounge and one at the Old Town Inn when it was open back then.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's right.
and
Too,
so
right?
I got a hold of Zach. I'm like, hey, would you want to jam with Rain Inferno again? Jam with us again. Because we need a couple of because we're doing a couple of shows and we got we need a guitar player because Chris left. He moved away. And he was all about it, and we started talking again, and he was showing me his projects. Like he had like at that point, this is like 2014, and he had like 2 albums worth of music. Like all he did, like after Dead for Days, he was just continuing to write, writing music, and he he, like I said, he had like 2 albums worth of shit, to fucking, to record, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
listened to it, and I'm like, the gears were turning a little bit. I'm like, hey, you want to do something with this? And so a little later on, he recruited Cody.
Yeah.
He was on board, and we had Johnny Dove from Everdying play, and then he left, and then John Corsten from Beyond Death filled in like right before we kind of called it quits.
Yeah.
Our last show was the Wook Fest, and the first inaugural Wook Fest at Dirty Nelly's.
Okay, I remember that. I think I was there.
I think you were. I think you took some pictures.
Yeah,
or like video.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, dude, that's cool. And then you still doing the? I got some pictures of you doing the symbols. You still doing the?
I saw the one with me and my buddy Dave.
Oh yeah. We'll get to that one in a few seconds. But this is you still doing the endorsement with Sentent or?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so here's Rick with the symbols that he's doing the endorsement with. We took these at the practice spot back when we were jamming with Blood of the Wolves. This is Sentent symbols. I only grabbed 2. I mean, we took a lot more, but these are the 2. I really like this one. That one came out, man.
Yeah, that one was awesome. That one was gonna be it was gonna be one of like the promotional like artist photos. And I mean, it focuses on the symbol itself, and me in the background looking, angry.
Dude, I mean, it's cool, that that you get to promote their stuff, man, their symbols. I mean, I see that the Sears gets Thomas. He also, I think he's the one that hooked you up with the endorsement, right?
He did. We were at Fort Knox. It was one of our rehearsals, and he saw me on Facebook. I check in, and he's like, "Hey, dude, come to my room, and why don't you check out these symbols?" Because he was always promoting it. He was always like putting up videos and shit. And then I was like, "Wow, those symbols sound really cool. Like, what the fuck are they?" Like, because I've never heard of Sentent. And so he gave me the rundown of what it was, and like later on that night. I checked it out, and so I asked him, I'm like, hey, how do you get a hold of like the guy, because I kind of want to get, have some of these symbols, and I asked him about the endorsement deal, and that's a big thing with Arthur Stones, which he's the like the main, he's like the head honcho of Sentent symbols. And there's really no endorsement deals or anything. It's just like, it's basically like you're on the artist platform, and it's basically like a family type of thing. And
cool.
There's there's discounts. Like, I mean, there's no like, he's not dishing out symbols for free.
Right.
I mean, that's like, I don't know. There's like an A and B endorsements, and I forget which one is which, but that's like, funny,
you have the women here all just talking about your hair. They don't care about the symbol.
They don't care. Yeah, fuck the symbols.
Yeah.
Check out this dude's mane.
Like Barbie, Lynn, and they're like,
check out the mane on this dude.
Hair. Toxic. They're like, what about the symbol? That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they're both shiny and pretty. How about that?
Oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah. So we got some other pics here. Let's see. I think that we were. What is this? Is this like picnic? What's going on here?
Yeah, that was the Food Fatties picnic. My buddy Dave, I've known him since the Euphoric Evisceration days, and he's an old good friend of mine. He's the one that does the hot house peppers. He's the one. Him and our other buddy Steve. They've been making hot sauces for like out of their apartment.
Oh wow!
For the last like 5 years, and I'm pretty much like the third guy in line. Like I'm pretty much like whoring out their products, and sending out like cards and shit like, hey, check out Hot House Peppers, and really fucking good peppers, hot sauces. They've been growing hot peppers out of their apartment, for about a good 6 years, and they started making hot sauces. And so you know, so like as time went on, like, you know, I was always the guinea pig. They're like, here, check this out, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, this is a dragon fruit with pineapple and fucking scorpion peppers and
Oh
you know
wow.
all like the fucking hot, like the hottest of the hot peppers. Um and when they started making them, when they started making them at first, they it was hot, dude. It was like one of those like insanity, like the Dave's Insanity Hots, hot peppers, and it was, dude, it was just too fucking much. I mean, it was so good. It was very, very good, and
Yeah.
it was addicting. But I mean, I could, like, because they would send me a bottle like this big,
Oh
and
wow.
dude, they would be sitting there for months because like I couldn't fucking
Finish the
douse
whole.
whatever I was eating, you know, and it was just too much. So they just recently they got a hold of one of the you know one of the better, not the better business, but I mean, like, you know, people that you know, so that helped them start their business. You know, they got a hold of, like, state, so they started, you know, it was, you know, it became a serious business. Like, they were, you know, getting shipped, you know, to their home, you know, bottles and like label machines, label makers, like specialized printers. Well, they bought this on their own. Like, they
Yeah.
basically, you know, they spent all this fucking money. So yes, so like later on, like within the last like year or two or so,
Yeah.
they've been making the hot sauces out of their house, and they've been distributing it and like making it. You know, people have been helping them out, like with certain like restaurants. Like, they'll like lend them, like those two, to make their hot sauces or to like bottle up their hot sauces. So, but yeah, so far so good. I mean, they've been doing pretty good. I mean, they've been you know, going to like different like Facebook food platforms and all that, and so far so good. They're doing great. So, Hot House Peppers,
Nice.
they're on Facebook. They don't have a legitimate website yet.
So
So
it looks like you got tacos there. Is that what you were about to eat?
maybe,
Yeah, you got some tortillas on the plate, man. I'm like,
yeah, there was like a tortilla, and I don't know what the fuck I have in my hand, but
uh,
it's me and Hankley being silly and enjoying some food. That was on my birthday.
oh,
So
okay. So happy birthday. That wasn't that. How long ago was this?
about a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, so happy birthday, man. In case I didn't mention it to you, I think I did.
Thank you, thank you.
But dude, that's pretty cool. And where was this? Is out in the by your area or there?
Right by my house. It was Ellison Woods, right off. It was right by. It's like where River Road and Milwaukee split, over there by the river trails.
Oh wow,
So
nice.
yeah,
And it looked like it was a decent day out too. It didn't look like it was.
it
But
was. It was raining a little bit, but yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good time. I was wiped by the end of the day. So,
oh, happy birthday to Queen Laura. Her birthday was on the 4th.
oh, happy birthday! Happy late birthday!
Yeah, Queen Laura is part of Jerry King and Queen Laura TV. They do a lot of paranormal stuff too. But she's
Oh, kick
apparently
ass!
she plays drums too, so she can appreciate the symbols.
Hey, I love drums and I love the paranormal shit. So yeah, keep them coming.
That's
And
perfect.
I watched a couple of your stuff too, by the way,
Cool.
Frank. It's
Thanks,
awesome. Yeah.
thanks. Okay, here's something we didn't touch on that we worked together on a video shoot, and this is at Fort Knox, and this is setting your stuff up in on the green screen for what was the name of this? The name, I keep missing the name of the video. But
Carry on reflection.
Carry on Reflections, yes,
Yeah.
and this was cool, man. And
Yeah.
can you believe it's already been like what 2 years or 3 years?
No, it hasn't been that long. It seems like that. You know what? It's only been a year. It was last
It's a year.
summer, I think.
Okay, yeah, last summer. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. It was last summer, or maybe, yeah. It might have been. You know what? I think it was close to a year ago that we did this at Fort Knox.
Yeah.
I remember being hot.
Yes, it was, and it was rainy too. It looks like Barbie had her birthday July 8th. So Barbie, happy birthday to you.
Hey, hail the cancers.
Yeah, I know that's what she's saying, right? So yeah, dude, this was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this, and it turned out really good. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't do any of the editing. That was mainly Chris.
Oh
Did
yeah.
the
Yeah.
editing, but we did the filming, and it actually turned out really well. So yeah, so, and Anunnaki sharing their your link for Withering Soul videos right there. And you still got your channel, right? You're still adding stuff to your channel, Rick. What's the name of your channel?
It's the Warhammer. It's
Okay,
the
cool.
Warhammer. Yeah, the one that Mike Caniglio. He's just like, hey, you should call yourself Warhammer. I'm like,
Oh, he came up with the name.
he
Oh,
did, yeah. And I'm like, that actually sounds pretty cool. So it stuck.
that is
And
cool.
yeah, and it stuck. Yeah, I haven't really been active on it. Actually, speaking of which, I think sometime this week. I know I've been kind of procrastinating a little bit about well, I'm going to be doing a playthrough video with
Okay,
Imminent Terror,
nice.
and I'm gonna upload that sometime this week. So yeah, just be on the lookout. It's I'm done editing. I'm very I did all the editing myself. Like I set up all the cameras like in the studio when we were recording the Imminent Terror shit,
Nice.
and I basically like I edited all myself. I mean, it was taking a little bit because I'm not really good at editing. So hopefully it turned out good. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, the last time I uploaded something was I think when I did a like a video flyer for the last Holiday of Horrors, which
Cool.
was last year for Withering Soul. And
Real quickly, let me say hi to AAP Variety Channel. He is in the house. Welcome, brother.
nope.
Treelin says risk are what musicians take to grow.
Yep.
And that right. And we know
Yeah,
about risk,
absolutely.
man, because we've been at this shit for a long time, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. It's a lot
yeah,
of dedication.
yeah, I mean, holy cow! But you know what, man? Like, but sticking it through the long term, I think it makes it easier to get opportunities. To get on some. Now, are you planning on doing any more out of state this year, or are you guys just gonna wait till maybe like 2023?
Uh, 2023, I definitely want to. I really want to keep us really busy, as much as possible. No, the only out of state shows that we have so far is coming up in Cincinnati, up in November. Coming
Oh,
up in November, so
when
that's going to be announced fairly soon.
okay.
And as far, I mean, the year's still young, so if anybody like out of state, if you guys got a fest or any shows, I mean, hit us up. Withering Soul, we'll play anywhere.
Dude, that
Just let
is
us know.
awesome. Hello, Jamie Lynn. I think she's brand new. Toxic Queen says she'll be 38 in December. Age is just a number, man. I mean, because you can stay. I mean, look at all the rockers that are still out there doing their thing, man. I haven't seen a little footage of Motley Crue, man. They're out there playing open
Dude,
festivals and doing their
those
thing.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like I just recently saw Tesla like about
Oh,
a few weeks ago, and I saw Ace Frehley like a couple of weeks back, or like a week or two back, and dude, I gotta hand it to him, man. Like that, those old motherfuckers, dude, they still rock. They still put on a hell of a show, man. And Ace Frehley I mean, he's amazing. That guy can still like solo. His voice is I mean, it's a little rough, but for being 70 years old, man, like what do you expect? But still, you're out there jamming, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, exactly, man. That's what I'm saying. So there's still plenty of time, and so the thing in October, Cincinnati, like is that Seattle was a little further for you guys, right? Or was that
That was the furthest, yeah, that was the furthest we ever played. So
so Cincinnati's a little bit closer, I think, right? That's
yeah, we played there before. Our buddy Will, uh, he's a Withering Soul fan as well, and
oh
he
nice.
got us a show back in August of 2017, and we played a little fest out there, out in Cincinnati, and there was a brewery that was like downstairs, and that's that one that they had that big church,
Oh
like
yeah,
a lot of bands that played through,
yes,
and
I remember that.
unfortunately, we didn't get to play the church part, which would have been fucking awesome. But we
Well, maybe this time.
no, it's not going to be there. It's somewhere else, but that's all right.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
one of these days, I think I don't know if he still has that place. It was like an abandoned church, like from a few years ago, and they I don't know, like the brewery like bought the rights to it because they're like in the basement of it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and so I don't know if they still have shows there or not, but yeah, I mean, one of these days, hopefully next year, like we'll get to play. But yeah, I mean, we're so yeah, I mean, we're like a little busy here and there. Like we're not like overdoing it.
Right, right.
Um, with the show. So yeah, we got that coming up. Yeah, like we got the was it August? August 10th, we got Magoo's with
Yes.
you guys in December.
Yeah, I got the flyer for that. So I got the logo. Let me like just skip through here. I got the logo, and then I got the so that's the Imminent Terror logo. And here's the
Yeah, there
flyer.
it is.
This is the show that we're all doing together. So this is like the best of like of the crop. Right, you got the center, Blood of the Wolf, Withering Soul, Celestial Serpent, and then they added these three bands just recently: The Evangelist, Burn in Effigy, and Art of the
Art of the
Flesh.
Flesh. Yeah,
Yeah.
Art of the Flesh. I know those guys. I go way back with them. I mean, we played Dead for Days. I think we played a few shows with those guys fucking way back when, and so it'd be cool to play with those guys again. And Evangelists. I mean, I don't think we ever did a shows with those guys, but maybe I don't remember. Yeah, then there's Celestial Serpent.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's Necro Production, so that's Bernie's thing that he's doing.
Auburn. Yep.
Yeah, so this should be a really cool show for us. I mean, for all of us. I mean, I've never played Magoo, so I'm not sure what to expect. I heard it's a good place,
I heard so. Yeah, I heard that it was a decent venue. I've never been there yet, but I mean, I would like to check it out.
So Barbie's asking if you ever been to Bonnaroo in Tennessee. I don't think I've ever been there.
No, I've actually been to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge like many years ago. I used to go down there with my family, and this was like the 90s. Like that was like the last time I've been there. It was like after I graduated high school, I only went once, and then like after that, like I never went back. But I miss it, and it's fucking beautiful out there. But I mean, show wise, I haven't really been out there, but we've been itching to get out there to Tennessee for a long time. So like, if there's anybody in Tennessee that, again,
Yeah,
I'll just,
Queen Laura and Jared are from Tennessee. They have Manchester, next county over. And just want to quickly say hi to Vodka Vamp. Greetings. Let's see. Oh, yes, croissant. he's cool people here. He's saying bring Withering Soul to Europe.
that would be awesome.
How about it, man? Where would
I
you
would love it.
Where would you play in Europe if you had the chance to play Europe? Where would you?
I would. What's it?
Where would you play in Europe if you had a chance to play Europe? What Poland, Germany? Where would you play?
I would love to do like Germany, like Spain, Austria would be cool. I mean, pretty much all of like Czech Republic, like a lot of like those like European countries. I would definitely love to play there. Yeah, Poland would be cool too.
Dude, that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, so is it a lot easier to travel now with like the guys from Withering Soul? I mean, I know Chris loves to travel, but like the other two guys are pretty cool about traveling. They're not like, some people like they say it's hard to travel because of their jobs and stuff, but you guys seem to be all gelling together as far as the touring is concerned, or traveling, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, there was no problems at all. It was basically like it was like a little like mini vacation. It was which made it easier that the festival was all in 1 weekend. So all I had to do was just take off a couple of days. I actually had to take off an extra day because, dude, coming back, I was so fucking tired, and
yeah, man.
I got like no sleep, and I'm like, I had to call my boss. I'm like, yeah, one more day, please.
Oh man, yeah, because it's exhausting to first off, because some people don't know. I guess we can tell them that like when you're traveling, when you're doing this, it's like not like you have people setting up your stuff, so you got to carry your own gear, load your own stuff, play, tear down, load in, and then travel all the way back. Dude, that's exhausting.
It seems hard, but it's not. I mean, what we did, everybody got flight cases for their instruments because you need like actual legitimate flight cases to travel with like gear. And all I brought was my drumsticks and my Iron Cobra bass drum pedals. So all the instruments and the cabinets were all provided, except what's it Wilder, he's got like this it's like the size of a direct box. It's like a Seymour Duncan, like it's like the solid state amp. It's like 100-watt amp, and this thing's about the size, like a little bit bigger than a fucking DI box.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so but that thing cranks. I mean, it's loud. So he brought that with, and his pod pedals. And Chris just used. I think the guy had he supplied a boogie. It was like a dual rectifier. So he was set, and Joel, just went direct and all that. And I just used my bass drum pedals, and I used like their cymbals and their drums. So it was all, yeah, it was all very, very easy. And I mean, if and I'll definitely do it again. If the accommodations are right, like if they have a drum set and cymbals. I don't know if I want to like travel with my cymbals.
Yeah. Now, are they going to have the same festival next year, or is this just like a one-off thing?
I think they are. I think they might have another one next year. And she basically said, you're invited. You guys can come whenever you want. And but we're looking for other festivals too. Like we're trying to spread our wings and try to see like what else is out there. Just to go to like different places. But I mean, I will definitely go again. I mean, she was very generous, very, hospitable, and
Well, if
very
you
nice.
want, I got, I'm doing, I'm still helping out Inner Decay. We're playing in Kentucky in
Cool.
2 weeks. Yeah, I know. So if you want, dude, I'll let you know. I'll give you the info on how that goes. I mean, I don't know too much about it other than that I'm going there. And Celestial Serpents, the other band from Chicago, that's playing this thing. I don't know exactly where, if it's gonna be like inside, outside. I'm just going just for fun. But
Cool.
if I can get some info for you guys, that's another opportunity for a
Yeah,
festival.
we've been trying to get on that, just trying to get on that one festival out in Kentucky. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be cool to play out there too, because I know there's a lot going on in Kentucky. There's a lot going on in Tennessee, and it's not a very far drive at all. It's about like 10 to 12 hours. So, but yeah, I would yeah. Anybody out there in Kentucky or Tennessee, if you guys got if you know any promoters or whatnot, just head us up, man.
Yeah, go visit Withering Soul. The Anunnaki was putting out your link, and I'll put the link at the end of the interview. I'll put it in the description so people can send in the info to you guys, because there's a lot of people here from Tennessee and Kentucky, so they're
Cool.
from that area. So they might be able to help out in that regards, and it'll probably easier to do the surrounding states because you guys don't have to like fly all like 3 hours or something. I mean, you can.
No, not at all. I mean, like I said, it's about like, average 10 to 12 hours, and Cincinnati's right there too. So like, we know Will, so if we can get some shows out there, then we can start, because I think he might be doing some shows around there too. So, but we just need to start like networking and like get our asses in gear and start going out there, let's just start, putting some, feelers out there.
Barbie's saying you should definitely play Bonnaroo next year. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, Bonnaroo is like a open air thing. I think I heard about it, but I've never been there. So I'm not.
Do they have bands for us? Bands like us play, or
yeah, like death metal. That's what we're
yeah.
because I don't think we're like Les Claypool or one
I
of
would
those.
love to play with Primus. Are you kidding?
That would be awesome, man.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, but fuck it. That's whatever.
That's cool, man. So you're possibly gonna do a playthrough video for Imminent Terror, and then the other thing we got coming up is the show up in Magoo's in Illinois. So that's what we got coming up. Is there anything else you want to add? Because I'm gonna start wrapping it up. If anybody's got any questions for Rick, now is the time. You can ask them in the comments, and we'll be happy to reply to your questions.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the video is already done. I just gotta put it on YouTube, or just go through a couple. I just gotta scan through it and make sure that work out the bugs and all that. But yes, it'll be out sometime this week. So yeah, so be on the lookout.
Cool. All right, guys, this is your chance. You guys want to ask Rick anything? I know that Lora was saying that she plays on Gilbaltra pedals. I
Oh,
think.
Gibraltar.
Yeah, is that the same pedals you jam on? You jam on something else, right?
Yeah, I did have I still have the whatchamacallit, the access pedals, the ones that I was using for Blood of the Wolf, and for Withering Soul I use the Iron Cobras, the most recent ones.
That's the one, Iron Cobra.
9000s, yeah.
Anunnaki says so it's kind of funny because a lot of these people are from like the southern states.
Yeah, I see that. Hello. So yes, we would love to play and perform for you guys. We love to come to your city.
Barbie says yes, Bonnaroo is definitely have bands like you guys. Seriously, check it out. I swear I will have so much fun, but everyone's usually tripping on shrooms and smoking bud.
Oh, so they'll like us then.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
Oh, it looks like Anunnaki sub to the Withering Soul band. That's awesome. So you guys gained something from it. So yeah, dude, this is pretty fucking cool, man. I'm glad that it like kind of worked out because last time I had you on was on a few years ago. We tried to do Instagram and it kind of like sucked.
It was very glitchy.
Not our interview, but just the streaming. So this is great. This is StreamYard's worked out really great, and it's held stream even in the rain, and you're in your car. So that's freaking awesome, you know.
And I had no problems, yeah.
And I get to show the pictures and stuff and whatnot. So yeah, this is pretty cool, man. All right,
yeah.
Guys, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna wrap this up. Dude, thank you so much for taking some time out of your evening. I know that it's finding time to do these type of interviews. It's a bit tough because everybody's so busy. Well, Mr. Rick says, what is your channel name so I can drop a link? What was in Warhammer?
Rick, Rick, Rick Warhammer.
Okay, let me type it in here. Anunnaki can get the link for you and put it on the comments here.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so this has been awesome. Thank you so much, guys. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm gonna go ahead and call it an evening. Rick, dude, thanks so much for coming on to the show. Barbie says she will follow. Follow us wherever you can. I mean, you typically use your name on Instagram as Rick Hernandez or what can
Instagram? Instagram, it's Ricky Crackman.
Okay, that's
Ricky Rackman.
Cool. So anybody wants to follow Rick and follow his channel. If you guys never met Rick, go check out his channel. You want to see some killer drumming happening because you got how many videos you got up on your channel so far? Probably like 10, 20?
Videos or
videos of you playing drums.
I'd say about like maybe 10 or it's been a while since I've actually put some love into that channel. Like I haven't really been in there in a while, but like I said, the next one I'm going to put up this week. If I can get my ass in gear, I'm going to put up the Imminent Terror playthrough video. So,
well, I think that like a lot of the people here have never met you before, so they're going to come and check out your stuff. You know,
I appreciate that.
You guys got some people coming your way, dude. All right,
nice.
Bro. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to end the broadcast, and we'll stay on for a little bit just to say our goodbyes. But guys, Toxic Queen Lora, Barbie, and these Rick, anybody that I didn't mention, I'm sorry, because usually I'm talking to the chat, and I didn't get a chance to do that because I have Rick as my guest. So, guys, I will be back on Wednesday for the paranormal stream. Don't forget to come and check out some spooky photographs, as we always do Wednesday. Well, I've been doing it in the afternoon lately, but I'll get back in the morning. All right, guys. Rick, thanks so much, and I'll see you guys.
Thank you for having me. Nice meeting everybody. Have a good night.